So, hey y'all, thank y'all for showing up. Welcome to the weekly live. Still kind of working out the kinks here and trying to figure out how all this stuff works. So, please bear with me so y'all can hear me and see me and everything. This went much better last week, so I'm not sure why I'm having issues with it now. No sound. Volume is low. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, Jesus. I got like the gain turned all the way up on this microphone. It's like blowing out my eardrums, but okay. There, that's a little better. All right, so anyway, see how get some people in here first before we start doing anything. I don't even know where to do that at. Go. Right about there. Are you all hear me still? Can y'all hear me? No. I'm using Streamlabs, but I don't know why. It worked perfectly last time without any issues, and now all of a sudden it's not working. It's not working right. I don't know. It worked fine. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, how's everybody doing here? How's everyone doing today? I keep getting a warning saying that the stream's bitrate is lower than recommended. I'm not sure what that means or what that is, but I don't know. I'm having some issues today, y'all. Just have to bear with me here. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything worked fine last week when I went live, and now all of a sudden it's just not working. It's not working right. So if y'all can hear me and y'all can see me, I guess we're good for now anyway. Well, I mean, me personally, I'm doing good. The channel, not so good these days. It it seems I guess I pissed off some people here recently, and I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I know why. I mean, it's whatever, but um, it seems I put out a video here recently that upset some people, and they took it upon themselves to treat me pretty poorly, I guess you would say. Where's everybody at? So you know, I guess like I feel like there would be some more people in here before I start explaining what happened over the last few days. So most of y'all know I put out a video, and I didn't attack anybody. I used a pretty racy thumbnail, if you will, and basically that thumbnail was created to bring some shady people to the forefront, and it's pretty much what it did. That video, before the premiere even went live, I had people in my comments basically threatening me, telling me they was gonna watch my video, and if they didn't like it, they was gonna make a video afterwards. And you know who I'm talking about. I'll say his name. It was Joe Vitale. Y'all know who that was. And you know, if he comes in here, then he comes in here. It is what it is. Hey Tammy, how you doing? You know, and I've always said this. I've said this in almost every video I've made. If you come into my comment section, did you do it, and you act a fool, and you threaten me, and you say stuff to me to try and intimidate me and try to punk me, because I ain't no punk, you know, and this ain't no me trying to be, you know, oh, you know, I'm the tough guy. No, it's not. It's me being a human being and telling you I'm not, like, you're not going to intimidate me. Hey, Giselle. That's not going to happen. And if you come into my comment section, you know, acting a fool, you're going to get met with the same energy. And I don't care who you are. I got mad respect for all the big guys. But if one of them came to my comment section, like, trashing me or talking trash to me like Mr. Vitale did, I'd treat them the same way. You know, I don't, it's a respect thing. Like, yeah, I get it. I'm a small channel. I ain't been doing this for very long, but you know, I'm still a grown man and a human being. And I don't care if you're Joe freaking Vitale. I'm Big Bad Joe. You know, I don't care. I don't give a shit, dude. Fuck Joe. Like, you going to come into my comment section acting like a jerk, you're going to get treated like one, and that's what happened. You know, and I'm going to talk about that video and the situation in this live stream, and then when this live stream ends, that ends, and I'm done. I'm done with it. Because I got nothing else to say about it after that. You know, I mean, and then not only that, but this guy continued to do things. He created his own live to react to my video. And I'm like, you know, what are you doing, dude? And he's doing this. He did this to, one, shit on my video. And two, you know, big channel Joe comes in with his, you know, however many thousands he's got, knowing that if he goes live during my premiere, everybody's going to go watch him. Because they can watch my video and hear him talking. You know, and to me, that's fucking dirty. Like, that's a dirty thing to do. You know, obviously it backfired on him. It didn't work out the way he planned on it. You know, and you know, things went down, and, you know, people came into his live and had a lot of things to say about it. And then they came over to my live, which is how I ended up having Beardo and Mr. Gray and, you know, whoever else was in there. And dude, that was crazy. Side Eye Guy was there. Like, I love all y'all, man. Like, that was totally awesome to have those guys, you know, in my live premiere. I wish it would have been for different reasons, but, you know, they were there, and that's awesome. You know, and there was some things said, and there wasn't some things said. You know, I heard on his live that he didn't really say anything bad about me, which is cool. You know, that's fine. But what he did alone was just dirty. You know, like, I don't get a whole lot of views. I don't get a whole lot of you know, people coming to my premieres. You know, I don't get that. I only have 160 subs. Like, that's all I got. And for him to do that, that's just fucking dirty. I'm going to call it what it is. It's fucking dirty. You know, and, you know, it's bullying is what it is. I mean, I hate to use that term because I hate that word. Along with toxic, I hate that word too. But we'll get to that in a little bit. And he comes in and tries to bully me and then, take away what I got. What little I got. Little itty bitty, goes as paranormal with 160 subs, and you're going to try to take that away from me. Take my premiere away. Well, obviously that didn't work. But that wasn't even the half of it. Then dude decides to go on and jump into other people's lives afterwards and still continue to talk trash and make jokes. Oh, he definitely saw it. He saw it, James. He saw it. You know. And I forgot. So he came into my premiere and was trying to be cool, which at that point I was like, "Nah, dude, we're not it's no. No, no, no." Like what you just did is one of the dirtiest things I've had done to me in a real long time. And so he came into my live. I'm pretty sure Dawson was in there as well. And they were trying to be cool. And then they leave that after it's done and they jump into somebody else's live and they're talking shit, making jokes. And the thing is they don't see me in the live because I wasn't there. But the thing is, I might be a small channel, but I have friends. I have people. People see stuff. And I saw the screenshots of the jokes. Hell, even one of my own homies, one of my fellow vets, jumped in on the jokes. That was pretty hurtful there, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I'm grown. I'll be all right, But don't try to be cool, because I mean, after I saw these screenshots of all these things that they were all saying, and it wasn't just Joe and Dawson and that person. There were more people doing it. And oh, hey y'all, shh, quiet. Raven's here. Shh. Y'all gotta be quiet. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, what's up, Raven? That they made the jokes and they were talking about the I get a pass here and who gets a pass there and you get a pass for this and you get a pass for that, and the person the person who really bothered me the most that I called out in a private message tried to deny, oh, it wasn't about that. That's not what I meant. No, dude, that's exactly what you meant. Because I saw all the screens. Sit and spin, Raven. I saw all the screenshots. Not just yours, but other ones. And I mean, so I saw it. I saw all of it. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go in this live. So I jumped in this live that they were all still in and was like, hey, what's up? And everyone started saying, oh, hey, Ghost, what's going on? Hey, Dave, how you doing? And it's like, all right, cool. And then Dawson has the balls to be like, hey, man, I'd really like to talk to you. I'd like to have a conversation with you. Maybe reach out to me, in the next few days so we can talk. Had you have not jumped into that live and started running your mouth and making jokes, I would have done that. Not now. Not now. No, I'm good, bro. I don't need to talk to you. And I know that you can be in here without people seeing it. Without me being able to see it. I know you can be in this live and watch it without me knowing, and that's fine. And I hope you are. I hope you and Joe are both in here. Because, Joe thinks he's a bully when he's really not. And I'm not intimidated. You didn't intimidate me, obviously. And then the thing that really bugged me the most about it is after he comes into my comments acting like a fool, I respond to him and then I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that's running my, that was so evil and bad. And someone even went as far as to say I was toxic. I was toxic. That's fine. You know what? That's cool. But then I find out that another person made a Facebook post about me, shitting all over me. I'm bullshit. I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's not a good look. And I'm not trustworthy. And everyone should unsub for me and stop following me and watching my videos. And then guess what? Somebody said something to her. And she took it down. And she thought I didn't see it. But I saw it. I saw it all. And that one kind of bothered me because I thought, and I'll say it, it's the horror Carla, whatever name, horror, whatever hell her freaking YouTube page name is. I always screw it up. It's Carla. And I thought Carla was cool peoples. Like, I've been in some of her lives talking to her. She used to come into mine and talk, and I put out one video about, the golden boy, and that's what he is. He is, it is what it is. The thumbnail was true. Should I maybe not have put that thumbnail out there because it was kind of like a poking the bear deal? Yeah, maybe not, but I did it. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew that shit was going to happen. I knew that Big Bad Joe was going to come out and try to, do what he does. And I'm not the first person he's done that to. He's done it to multiple people. So, it is what it is. There's other people out there that he's done shit like that to. And got called out on it and had to take videos down and all that shit. Thanks, JB. I appreciate that. I got a screenshot sent to me. So I mean, just because you put something somewhere and I don't talk about it doesn't mean I didn't see it. And just because you thought you was quick enough to take it down doesn't mean I still didn't see it. Like I said, I see everything. I got friends, people that watch my back, as I do with them as well. And I tried to reach out to both of these people. And I tried to reach out to both of them. I sent Joe, Mr. Vitale, a message. And I was like, dude, why would you do what you did? Like that's like that video was not about you. And I told him exactly what I just said to y'all. Why he went live during my premiere. And he was like, oh, and here's the thing is, I wrote mine out. He sent me voice messages, and I found out later why. Because he took our conversation, the one side of it that was visible, and posted it on his YouTube in his community, which is fine. Post it. Matter of fact, Joe, if you're watching this, put it back up. I want you to. If you see this, if any of Joe's friends are sneaking in here, go tell Joe Vitale right now that I give him full permission to put that conversation back up on his YouTube channel. I don't care. Because I'll tell you, I told him what he said, what he did was dirty. And then he tried to tell me, oh, that wasn't why I did it. That's not why. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You came in my comment section sideways, you got treated the same way. And then you decided, since I said that to you, that you were going to do what you did. And lo and behold, you couldn't shit on my video because there was nothing to shit on because I didn't say nothing bad about the guy. Nothing. Not one thing. I didn't say one thing bad. I was accused of calling him fake. Never said that. I was accused of being toxic. Maybe my thumbnail was a little, ignorant, but I did it for a reason. The whole purpose of that video was because I had questions. Because I wanted to know, why does this dude get a pass? Why does he get to use all the toys and gadgets and gizmos? And if I go out there and do a video and I break out, the K2 meter and the music box and start using phone apps. So he doesn't use phone apps, but I mean, I'm just saying, you get the point. If I started breaking out all that stuff, y'all would come on here and tell me, hey, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you doing that? That stuff's no good. That stuff doesn't work. You've seen the Kenny Biddle videos where he took all those things apart, piece by piece, literally, and showed you that this is not what this is intended for. And this doesn't do what they say it does. Y'all would tell me, and I would hope so. But nobody does that to him. And that's cool. Like, I heard, a lot of things like, oh, he likes to experiment with things and he likes to do this, that, and the other. Cool. I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't. And the other thing that kind of irritated me is that people kept saying that I should have reached out to Dawson before I did my video. Why? Maybe I should have, but I didn't. I didn't. But I get ahead of myself. So there was the Facebook post was put up. She took it down. That same night after I got done talking to Joe, I sent her a message. Actually, I sent her a message earlier in the night when I first saw that post because I was pretty pissed about that. basically saying like, I don't appreciate you, jumping on Facebook and trashing me in a post. Like, I thought we were cool. Like, I thought you were a better person than that. And it took her a couple of hours, but she wrote me back, you suck, you ain't shit, blah, 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 whatever, all the stuff that she said. And it was funny because in her post, she said that I don't know shit. So to all you, the few of y'all, I guess, that are watching, I'm kind of surprised. I figured there'd be more people here, but it is what it is. When I sit in front of this computer and this camera and I talk about investigations, when I react to a video and I pull apart somebody's investigation and I tell you, hey, they're lying about this or whatever, I'm not just talking out of my ass. I've been doing this for about 4 years, investigating. And I started off with all the toys and the gadgets and the gizmos because I thought that they were legit. Obviously, I found out otherwise, so I don't use them anymore. So when I sit down here in front of this camera and I start talking, I'm talking from some experience. I don't care what she says, as far as me not knowing what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Do I have 40 years of experience in the field? No. But I've done enough that I can tell when somebody's full of shit. And I'm going to point it out because I enjoy doing that. And you're right, James. It is his channel and he can do what he wants on it. But the problem is when you put stuff out there in the public, people are going to question it. And so when you put stuff out there in the public and people question it, don't get butthurt about it. And that's what happened. A whole bunch of people got butthurt. And it's just it I expected the hate. I expected the issue with Joe. I expected something like that. I didn't expect him to go live during my premiere. That I did not expect. But I knew he was going to say something. I didn't expect Carla to do what she did. And so, like I said, she answered me, you ain't shit, you're a piece of shit, you're garbage, and then she blocked me. So that's cool, whatever. So then I find out she made a video. And in this video, she spent 17, 18 minutes shitting on a whole bunch of channels. Because, this channel, this channel, and this channel covered the Conjuring House. Or this channel and this channel, covered Sam and Colby. And they're just doing it to get views and to get people to subscribe to their channel. Well, no shit. What the fuck do you think the rest of us are doing? Like, I don't mean to be a complete dick, but come on, man. That's what we're all here to do that. That's what you're here to do. That's what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? Beardo's here to do that. Side-Eye Guy's here to do that. Even Dawson and Joe Vitale are here to do that as well. So why can all them do it? But you pick these other channels and you're like, oh, they're doing this and they're crap because, they're trend chasing, I think is the term she used, which I thought that was funny. I've never heard that before. It's a new one, And of course, the last 10 minutes of her video is all about my channel and how I suck. I didn't watch all of it. I only saw a few minutes of when she was talking about me because I was laughing so hard I had to turn it off. I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not trustworthy and, I shouldn't be attacking people in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't attack anyone. I had some questions. Yeah, I get, yeah. It's sad. It's sad that, 40-something-year-old men, and I'm not sure how old Carla is. 30-something maybe. I don't know. I don't want to, misage her, and then I'm going to get a message from her or some shit like that, or she's going to try to copyright me or whatever. What's up to you? And this is how we're acting because somebody said something that they didn't like. If I acted like this every time somebody said something that I didn't like throughout the 43 years I've been on this planet, I wouldn't be here right now because I'd probably be dead. Or, unalived, I guess, is the word. I can't use the D word. I don't know. Maybe not. And the thing is James, is that's cool. You can defend. You can defend whoever you want. I've no issue with that at all. It's how you do it. And the thing is when people went into my comments, There were a lot of people that disagreed with my video, but the majority of them were very respectful about it. Hey, I think you need to look at this, or I think, hey, I don't like what you did, and here's why. And to me, dude, that's awesome. Like, that's what I want. If I do something, if I say something in a video, or even if I'm doing an investigation and I say or do something in there, and you want to come in and you want to say, hey, man, do less of this or more of this, and things will be better, or it'll look better, or whatever. Dude, great. I had Beardo come into my premiere the other day and said, hey, man, can I offer you some advice? Obviously, yeah, of course. I'm not going to say no. And he says, when you're doing your reactions, he said, you got to cut the video off the screen more often so you don't get, copyrighted. And I was like, okay, cool. Noted. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like that's how you do things. If you're not agreeing, you come right. Come to the comments. Exactly. Respect goes a long way. It does. Come to the comments and tell me, hey, man, I don't like what you did or what you said in your video. But here's why. I will have a conversation with you. Matter of fact, if anybody that has an issue with anything I've done in the video, ghostsparanormal@gmail.com. Hit me up. I will talk. I have no issues with it. You can find me on Discord. I will go into a damn phone call with you on Discord and we can chop it up and talk about it. I'm a very easy person to speak to. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, James, I'm going to say what I got to say. And once this live's over, then it's over. It's just like I want to point out the stuff. And I want people that maybe didn't see it to know. You need to know what kind of people are out there. And the fact that the people you think are cool maybe aren't so cool. So that's why I'm on here talking about what I'm talking about. Well, Raven, you can bring it on anytime you want. Let's go. I mean, it ain't nothing but a thing. And it just irritates me that grown men and women act like this. Oh, there we go. I was looking for a counter to see how long I've been on. This thing looks different than what it did last time. I think there was an update or something. It's just appalling to me how grown men and women act. You got all these people out here, on the fake paranormal side that's calling, yeah, I'll be there. That's calling the community. And see, the thing is, I don't even know if I'm a debunker. I don't care. Like, I'm not looking. If people think that, then that's cool. I don't know. I just like reacting to videos because I like pointing out the fake. But like it is what it is, man. Like, just people just like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for stuff. ICQ. Good Lord, dude. God, you're making me feel old now. Next thing you know, you're going to be saying, you've got mail. But it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. People are just so far out there, But I was saying was that, like, people on the outside were calling this community toxic. And so everybody came out and they're like, oh, this community's not toxic. No, it's not. But there's some toxic people in it. And I'm telling you right now, I despise that word, but it's true. There are definitely some. I mean, and it's sad to have to say that, but they're out there, and I dealt with a few of them a couple days ago. And I was called toxic. Somebody went in my comments and was like, you know what? I gave you a chance, but you're too toxic for me. Okay. Well, you know what I mean? Like, that's fine. Go find somebody else to watch. I'm okay with that. AOL on a CD. Jeez. Come on, dude. You're giving away your age. Hell, you're giving away mine, too, because I'm talking about it. Stop it. I mean, it's... To sit there and call people toxic, and people are acting like this in the community. You know, the community as a whole is not at all toxic. CompuServe, wow. You know, and don't get me wrong, man. I have my moments where I might say something in a video like about somebody, like, you know, maybe somebody's got purple hair or whatever. Um, I might make fun of it, but that's it. It's making fun. Like, I'm not serious. Like, you can't take everything that everybody says on YouTube as 100% serious. And there's a lot of people out there that do, and that's the part I don't get. It was. You're right, T. It's absolutely gross. And Tammy, the fact that you have an AOL account still doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised you even have computers in the South. They're probably still on dial-up down there. This is the stuff that helps me not smoke. But you know, and it's that's the thing. Like, people take a lot of stuff super serious. You know, and it's just videos having fun. I'm just making videos. Oh damn! See, there goes Raven. Yep, Raven, you can bite me. Welcome, Kathy. Thank you for coming in. I mean, yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinions. It's just, yeah, some people can't handle it. You're absolutely right. Some people just can't handle it. You know, nobody had to say a damn thing about my video. Matter of fact, all those people, you know, that tried to, well, not all those, the two people that acted a fool, you didn't even have to say nothing. You could have maybe not said anything at all and not made a big deal out of it, and nobody would have watched it. I would have had 3 people show up, maybe watch it, talk, and then it would have been done and it would have been over with. And but then no, you had to make a fool of yourself, and then you brought a bunch of attention to it. Next thing I know, I got 130, 140 people, you know, watching my premiere, and I've got, you know, the biggest names in the game sitting in my premiere. You know, I mean, it is oh, I'm junk food now. Raven. Raven. Oh my god. If I wasn't live right now, I would have a whole lot to say. Anyway, so just because I'm a Yankee, you don't know I don't know the finer aspects of the South. There's I didn't even know there was anything fine in the South. But you know, that's I don't know, it just drives me crazy. And I know I keep rambling on here, but people are just gonna be who they're gonna be, you know. And like I said to y'all earlier, you know, some of y'all are new, some of y'all just came in. Like, that thumbnail on that video, I put it there for a reason. You know, it was a calculated risk that I took. You know, I put it up there knowing that it would draw out some people. You know, and as I said earlier, I knew it would draw out Mr. Joe Vitale. I knew he was going to say something. I knew that. You know, but I didn't expect Carla to do what she did. I didn't expect that. That kind of bothered me a bit because, you know, I mean, I thought she was cool peoples. You know, and then on top of that, you know, I had to deal with the drama in the YouTube. Then, you know, drama bled over into, you know, into Discord, and I had to deal with some drama in Discord to the point where, you know, I probably lost a really, really good friend, you know. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You know, I'm trying to, you know. Hey, Damn Yankees. Hey, I like them, Tammy. You ever heard of that group, Damn Yankees? They're pretty good. You know, I mean, oh, Soul, man, I'm sorry. You've been here for a minute and I didn't say anything, so I'm sorry. I didn't, hey, what's up? Thank you for coming by. You know, it is what it is, you know, but that bothered me a bit, you know, because like I thought she was cool peoples, you know. Yeah, there are Michael, you know, and there's a lot of stuff. Carla is the horror whatever the hell her I always I screwed it up even when it was cool. Like that's her YouTube channel, I guess, you know. And you know, there you go, that's it. the name, the name. I don't. I'm not gonna go down there that route. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I didn't expect that. That kind of bugged me a bit. It is what it is though. It's over and done with. You know, I mean, 660 some people or whatever it was that this video has as far as views or whatever. It's got a lot of views, which I was surprised that it got that many. But it got quite a few. I had some big names drop into the live premiere, which was absolutely awesome. And I want to say, they're probably not watching and not gonna watch, but if they should happen to see it, thank you all, thank you Beardo, thank you Side Eye Guy, thank you Mr. Gray, and if I missed anybody else, thank you very much. Because they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that, but they did that for me, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the hell out of it. Like, I mean, that means a whole lot to me. Thank you. And those of you that stood up for me, thank you. It means a lot, man. Like, I love y'all, man. Y'all are just great. And if I stay at 160 subs forever, I will take the 160 that are here right now, and I'm good with that, because all 160 of y'all are good people. I mean, I'm happy with that. But it is what it is. People are going to be who they're going to be. Happy Boxing Day. So I don't know exactly what Boxing Day is. I think you tried to explain that to me last night, but I had a few drinks, and so I was kind of a little, inebriated, if you will. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm sure there's other people that are in the chat that might not know what that is as well. If you wouldn't mind, to you. But yeah, Chaz is awesome. Chaz is awesome. She shares my stuff on her channel. Like, she's done a lot for me as well. Matter of fact, I was in the gaming stream with them last night, and that was a good time, wasn't it to you? It was a great time. And don't tell anybody, but I downloaded Fortnite. Shh. So, but there's some, like I was getting at a few minutes ago, there's some stuff that bled over into damn Discord, where people were talking about me over there. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. That's fine. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but you got to know that if you're going to say stuff about me that's not true, I'm probably going to defend myself. Maybe I should have went about defending myself a little bit differently than I did. I maybe should have did it privately instead of publicly. Maybe things wouldn't have went the way they went. But, if you're going to say that, oh, you said this and I didn't say that, I'm going to tell you that I didn't say it, because I didn't. I was accused of calling somebody fake, calling Dawson fake, and I never said that. I didn't say that in the video. Excuse me. I never intended to. Dawson did a whole lot of stuff in that video that was awesome. Like, it was great. He heard noises, he went and chased them down. He heard sounds. There were a few sounds he heard that I didn't hear. Or, hey, what's going on, Oliver? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. There were sounds that he heard that I didn't hear. Or there was a sound that he said was whistling. I didn't hear whistling. I heard what sounded like an electronic beep. But I'm not shitting on him for him thinking it was whistling. I just said in my video that I didn't think that that's what that was. It sounded like an electronic beep. There were people in the premiere that said the same. Oh my God. Yep, I'm a toxic fool. Yeah, the Estes method thing. Like, I don't believe in the Estes method. I mean, to me, it's just a radio. I've heard everyone say that, oh, it's not the radio you're listening for, it's the sounds in between it. And, nah. To me, it's a radio. And you're right, Kathy, and I'm trying. I'm still gonna do me. That's the thing. I'm gonna do my thing, and if people like it, that's awesome, and if they don't, then that's awesome too. Yeah, and again, I never said that he was fake. I I uh I question the essence method because to me I don't believe in it. And I've tried it. I've done it a few times myself. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about something that I don't know about. And to me, it just didn't make any sense because you're hearing words that come across that are from a radio station. And the one thing that did get me though was when they said that the radio or that the SB7 said the F word. It didn't. It can't. Because it's a radio. So you're picking up radio stations and it's just breaking them up and you're hearing words every so often. And you can't say the F word on the radio. You just can't. Not on the radio stations that radio picks up. You can't. And so there's no way. Oh, of course I know that, Raven. I know that. And that's that right there. I called that out because it's not possible. And so I don't know if I'm not saying he's lying. He maybe heard it. The guy who was listening to it, maybe that's what he heard. But or he thinks he heard, but I'm telling you he didn't hear that. Because it's not possible. You can't say the F word on the radio. They got the FCC and all that crap that, they'll take the station off the air. So, I mean, that's not going to happen. But the Estes method thing is the part that I don't know. There was things that were said in there that, there was a point where he said something and something I believe popped on the screen, if I remember right, and there was no sound. It was just making the sound. It hadn't said anything, But again, the way it was playing was there was background music that was added post. And it was kind of hard to hear some of it. Welcome back, James. Oliver, I don't know that he's mad. I know he's probably not happy about it. I mean, honestly, as much as this sounds like I'm being an ass, I don't care. He can be upset. It's fine. And he's entitled to be upset. Tia brings up a good point. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. It was pretty awesome. I didn't have anybody here with me, but I was on all the lives yesterday, having a good time with everybody. But he just like I'm entitled to make the video and ask the questions, he's entitled to have his own reaction to it. And obviously he probably, I would say he wasn't happy about it. And that was another thing that, he came into my comment section and called me wannabe debunker. I don't know if I'm a debunker. I mean, that's for whoever's watching the video to decide. If you want to call me that, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not good with the editing software yet to where I can pick things apart and notice all the strings and all that stuff. Hey, thanks for popping in, Sam. Appreciate it. And good night. I don't know. I like to react to videos. I like to watch them, And the thing is, if I pop up a video, I don't usually watch it beforehand. Like, I'll skim through it, but I don't usually watch it. And if I pull up a video and they do everything 100% correct, or the way they should do it, or again, it's my opinion, the way I think they should do it, cool. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say, wow, they're doing everything the right way, just like I did in Dawson's video when they did the right thing. They did things the way they should be done. Yeah, look, this is great. They're doing things the way they should be done. They're going to check out the sounds. They're questioning the things that they're hearing. He said multiple times, I thought that I heard that, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's not like, what's his name? Paranormal Nightmare, where, every little sound is a demon or a ghost, but they're not going to see what it was. And there's a reason why they're not, because they know it's not real. Hey Sam, you don't have to hang out, man. If you want to go, if you got to go to bed, man, go to bed. I'm not gonna be mad at you at all, bro. You can do what you got to do. I tried to walk out of a premiere the other night, and the Shape showed up. Shout out to the Shape, man. If y'all not subscribed to the Shape, what's wrong with you? You know, if you're not subscribed to the Shape, you go do it now. The Shape is the OG. Like, the Shape's been around longer than anybody. You know, he was one of the first people, as far as I know, to do this stuff. You know, and to have him pop up in a premiere for me was awesome. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of fanboying out a little bit. Like, oh my god, the Shape is here. Like, I was talking to people in Discord. I was like, dude, the Shape's in my freaking premiere. Like, I was like wigging out. But you know, it's cool to have people recognize you and see what you're doing and tell you that you're doing a good job. You know. Exactly. He was one, and I'll be honest with you all. When I first saw the Shapes videos, I was a big fan of the whole CJ and Chris deal. Like, I was real big fans of them, and one of the first videos that I saw of his was him picking them apart, and it kind of pissed me off. You know, and I was like, oh, you know, screw this guy, like he's an asshole and all that stuff. I didn't know any better. You know, I was still believing the apps and all the toys and everything, and you know, I thought that some of the stuff that they were doing was real, and they weren't lying. Well, I know now they were. You know, and so at first I didn't like his videos, but when I finally dipped into the community and started watching everybody else's videos, well, no, not the first, but I mean he's been doing it for like 6 years, so I mean he's been around for a really long time. You know, and his videos are hilarious. Like, he makes jokes, it's funny. You know, and the Shape puts a lot of work into his videos with all the animated stuff that he adds. Like, I don't know how to do none of that. Like, that's crazy looking. Like, it's awesome. You know, and I'm gonna you know, Michael, you mentioned Twin Paranormal. Like, I'm trying to stay away from the big channels right now. You know, I will at some point, because I got a whole deal with Twin Paranormal, that I'm gonna do like a different thing for that video. But for right now, you know, those guys got a lot of personal stuff going on. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna kick them while they're down. That's just wrong. Yeah, and see, Oliver, you're right. Like, I could start doing the big channels. I could start doing, you know, the Twin Paranormals and the Sam and Colby's and the what's the other one I'm thinking of? The Paranormal Files. Which there's a Colin Paranormal Files video that's gonna happen for sure. Um, that's gonna happen. That's probably gonna happen sooner than the rest of them. But you know, I could do that, and it would probably get me views, and it would probably bring, you know, a bunch of attention to the channel, and you know, people hating it and all that stuff and everything. But to me, I like to just go dig for shit that no one's ever heard of, and pull it out and do videos on it. Or, you know, like, if you guys have something, you know, again, the email is ghostesparanormal at gmail.com. If you got something you want me to check out, man, hey, send it to me. Hit me up on Discord. Most of you know where I'm on Discord. Brandy, when you're doing what I'm doing with the reactions or whatever, there's always going to be some drama. I mean, and that's fine. I know it's coming, and I'm not upset about it. You know, I knew what was going to happen when I did this last video. You know, and it is what it is. Oh, we had a great time in Cheza's live, and then in Max's Twitch stream afterwards. Don't do it, Daddy. If you know, you know. And I'm gonna probably go back and clip some of those sounds, because I want to use them. But I'm gonna ask him first if it's cool with it. Um, you know, it's YouTube. There's always gonna be some kind of drama. It's gonna happen. You know, I could make videos on here with puppies and kittens and stuff, and somebody's gonna complain about it. It is what it is. You know, it's just, you know. They, yeah. So, well, Oliver, some of them definitely do care. I mean, we've seen that with the way Beardo's been treated. I mean, more recently with the homie Andrew Stone Rock, like the way he got done by Twin Paranormal's Ghost Gang, which is a whole different. I've said this before and I'll say it again, man. Those Ghost Gang people, if the twins sold their bathwater, some of these Ghost Gang people would buy it. I swear they would. I mean, hell, there's people out there buying CJ's dirt from his farm, which is not a farm. It's just a house on a piece of property. But it's insane. I mean, Julie. Sometimes you gotta do some bushwhacking. You gotta do some gardening. I'm not sure what the flat Earth reactions. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, I don't. It doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in. But I don't necessarily want the drama, but if it comes, it's fine. You know, Flurfers. Can I read that? Flurfs, flurfs. I don't know what the hell that even says, James. I feel like looking at it. Okay. Um. I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta wax some bush. I mean, sometimes you gotta trim the bush first, though. I mean, we're not gonna get into all that. This is YouTube, not Twitch. You can say a lot more on Twitch, which not on here. But Smurf, yeah, right. And I like I said, I could go and pick off the big channels and do that. But then what everybody says is if you pick on the big channels, you're clout chasing and you're trying to get clicks and views. If you pick on the small channels, you're a bully. I'm a small channel, so I guess if I go pick on a small channel, I don't know what I am. I guess I'm bullying still. I don't know, whatever. But you know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And like I said, if you guys got stuff you want me to check out, I have the email. Ghosts Paranormal at gmail.com, and most of you probably spoke to me in Discord, so I mean you can definitely hit me up there. At some point in the future, I'm probably gonna set up a Discord of my own. Hopefully, Raven's gonna help me out with that because she knows a hell of a lot more about Discord than I'll probably ever know in my life. Um, and when I do that, you guys will, I'll let y'all know. But right now, just putting up videos and learning more at skills in editing is kind of my focus right now. I think I've got 17 videos, 16 videos up. I'm trying to get into the 30s or 40s, and then I'll worry about doing the other stuff. Um, Hold on, I got messages. Oh, I don't know what that is about, but anyway, sorry. Oh, see, thank you, Raven. I appreciate that. Um, I got plans. I got things to do. Things I want to do, places I want to go. I got some. I'm not done investigating. Like I'm gonna do some of those soon. Just to be honest, I don't have a vehicle at the moment, and I'm working on fixing that. Here real soon, and then I'm gonna get out there on the road and start going out and filming some stuff. Once I get a vehicle, I'm gonna start putting some money aside to get myself a better camera. So I can bring better footage, stuff like that. Because I want to. There's some channels out there that even though they're fake, I look up to them because of their editing skills. Like Colin, the Paranormal Files. That dude is a crazy editor. Like his videos are awesome looking. Yeah, I mean you're right, Oliver. And sometimes I mean it may come off as me being a jerk or an asshole, but like I'm gonna do on here what I want to do, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, they don't. But I'm not gonna let people dictate what I do. You know, if I put up a bunch of reaction videos and, 6 months from now I got, 10,000 subscribers, which is not going to happen, but I mean, we're just, what if here, and then I go back to doing um investigations for a while and they leave, I'm sorry, I mean, yeah, I'll miss you, but this is what I want to do. I'm having fun doing the reactions right now. I mean, it's a good time. People seem to like it. I'm getting more views on those videos than I did on the investigation ones by far. But I mean, I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. I want to do some urban exploring as well, some urbex as people like to call it. Yeah, Michael, I won't say that I hate it. I will say that I get down a rabbit hole playing with things in DaVinci, and I end up screwing up what I was trying to edit and having to scrap it and start all over again, and then just be like, all right, I'm not just not going to play with that section anymore, and I'm just going to put it like this and drop it. But, I've been talking to people, like I said, I've been talking to Andrew a lot about the editing and the sound and shit, like, because, he's got a sound degree, or a sound engineer degree. Um, and so I'm learning. I've been talking to Alessia or Spaghetti. That's another one. If you ain't subscribed to Spaghetti Paranormale, y'all should go check him out. He's in my video or channels to subscribe to. Raven, be good now. Be good. Don't make me put you in timeout. But I mean, like, I've got some people helping me out, and that's one of the things. All right, Sam, you have a good one, man. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit. And I get the work thing, man. I just started going back to work about 2 weeks ago myself, so it is what it is. Thief of joy. I like that. I'm the fun sponge. I forgot what I was talking about now. So Oliver, I've learned that a lot of stuff that I want to do or I'm trying to figure out, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there where people show you, in real time, like right on the screen, how to do some of the stuff that I'm trying to figure out, like I didn't know how to add music to stuff, and I didn't know how to adjust the levels and stuff like that, because people were saying that my videos were too quiet. So now I know that I can change the volume levels. I'm learning to add like compression and fix the vocal track so it's not going all the time. Hope I didn't hurt your ears. My homie James, he told me I need to get a whatever that thing is that goes over the microphone. I don't remember what it's called, but oh, is Julie going to sleep? Well, good night, Julie. I didn't see that. Good night, Julie. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. But like, there's some things that I got to do, that I'm working on doing. I don't remember what he called that thing. Welcome, Faith. How you doing? How you doing? Pop filter. There you go. That thing. That's what I figured he would say it eventually. I got to get one of those. What are those? No. Anyway, so there's some things that I'm working on trying to figure out. I've got people helping me. But one of the things that I wanted to say, going back to the stuff that was said about me, somebody said something along the lines of "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." I've gotten some help with editing, and stuff like that along the way. But all those videos that you see up there, I did that stuff. I put the stuff together. I filmed them. I edited them. Edited them. I did the work. Nobody helped me do that. Nobody edited anything for me. Like I put the work in. So, for somebody to say, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you," nobody fed me. and that kind of bothered me a bit. But we'll get back to the other stuff. Hello, priest. Hello, priest. Hey, sweet goth, what's up? But it's a learning process. I'm learning stuff. I'm figuring things out. I got more plans to add more stuff to the videos at some point. I want to get a stream deck or whatever that thing's called, so I can push the little buttons, during the lives and all that stuff, and add that stuff to the videos. I mean, it's a learning curve. I'm trying to figure all that out. Friday, where in the South are you? If you don't mind me asking. But I'm working on things. It's things are going to get better. Things are slowly getting better already, because if you go back and look at the original videos that I did, the editing was garbage, and there was a point where I had thought about taking those down and using DaVinci to re-edit them, but I was like, you know what? That's where I was. East Texas. So I've been told Texas is not the South. I've been told that, and I lived in Texas for a whole year. I was stationed at Hood, and I lived in Coppers Cove. So I've been told that somebody is blowing me up in here. What in the world? I don't know. Anyway, that was kind of weird. Hey, what's up, cat? Some parts of Texas are not southern. Is there like a rule? They got like different parts of it are, different parts of it aren't. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what the lines are there, I guess. But then again, I was always told that everything south of the Mason-Dixon line was part of the South. So if that's true, then I'm in the South already. Louisiana 2.0. Ah, okay. Okay, I got you. Isn't that where Kai Kelly lives at? Louisiana? I know he lives somewhere down there. Louisiana or whatchamacallit? I can't remember the other state. That's that right there. I don't know if y'all know who Kai Kelly is, but he's a drag racer. I would love to go to the UK. I've been, so it doesn't count, but I landed in the airport in London. So, I mean, I never left the airport, so I don't necessarily count that. But I've stepped on the ground there, and I was there for a couple of hours. But I would love to come there. There's so many things that I would love to see over there. Like, there's a lot of haunted places I'd love to go check out as well. But, maybe someday. I mean, I am what I am. It is what it is. So I have a video that I'm gonna put out. I don't know if it's gonna be tonight. If I do it tonight, it's just gonna be a drop. I'm not gonna do a premiere because you guys are already here watching this, and that's enough for me. I don't need you to come and waste any more of your time listening to me ramble on for over an hour at this point. But it's another reaction. Somebody had brought to my attention about a channel called Real Evidence that I should go check out. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen because I saw that Beardo put out a video today about them and saying that they're doing things the right way. So, if the boss man says they're good, I'll take his word for it. I mean, I kind of want to keep doing the reactions for now. So like I said earlier, if anybody's got something they want me to check out, I definitely will do that. But yeah, the video, I think it's Haunted Finders is the one that I have coming out tonight or tomorrow. I think that's the one. All right, sweet goth. Thank you for stopping by. Dodgy stuff and all that. Okay. Not sure what that was about, but all right. Um, but yeah, like I mean, I think that's the one I got coming out. Yeah, I mean, James, if like I said, if the boss man, like he says they're legit, he's been doing this a hell of a lot longer than I have, so I'm gonna take his word for it, and I'm gonna leave them alone, and I'll find some other stuff to do. Um, what I'm trying to do is develop a can, and if you don't know what that means, like a can full of videos, like I'm gonna try to get multiple ones done, so I can just release them over time. So I'm not being rushed to do another video because I got to get another one out. Oh, just wait, just wait. So you've seen them before, Kathy. So yeah, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. Um, but yeah, so like I said, I want to get like a backlog of videos so I can just drop them, every couple of days or so, and then once I get to a certain number of subs or whatever, I guess, I'm gonna try to go to just one, maybe two a week, and okay, that's cool. But sorry, this whole work thing is tearing my back up, so I'm kind of trying to get comfortable sitting here. Gardening reactions. Ah. And that's cool, Kathy. I'm not gonna do, like I said, I'm not gonna go looking at them because he's already done it, and I'm not like, I don't want to follow behind somebody. I'm gonna go find some other stuff to look at. There's plenty of channels out there that are good to look at. And I just got to find them. Yeah, see, yeah, I get you, James. Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to do. Like that video, that haunted finders, it's already edited. I just gotta build a thumbnail for it, and then I'll have it out either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I feel after this. What's up, Alessio? How you doing? Yeah, man, that Ghost is Paranormal guy, man, he is an asshole. God, I don't know, man. He's a shady cat. Um, what is it? I'm not trustworthy. Um, I'm not shit. It's actually an energy drink. It's called Bucked Up. Not drinking any Jack. Jack and Coke was last night. But I don't know who I'm gonna look at next. I think, like I said, I'm gonna try to get this video out tonight. If not, it'll be out tomorrow for sure. Um, and then over the weekend, I'm gonna try to do a couple. So like I said earlier, and I keep saying, if there's anything that anybody wants me to look at, just hey, hit me up. I'm probably easiest to find in Discord. If not, hit the email up. Buongiorno. Burgers. Wait, did I miss something in the chat there? We were talking about burgers. Made burgers tonight. Oh, okay. Hey, man, I want a burger. What's up? Where's my burger, Faith? Damn it. I'm just kidding. You gotta have them cheeseburgers, though, with some bacon on them. You like these nuts got him. Oh, man. Well, see, James, that's another video I wanted to do, actually. Oh, Tia. Oh, Tia. Mm. Anyway, I wanted to do like a video on some of like the gadgets and gizmos and the phone apps, just like to have a laugh or whatever. Because I mean, a lot of those apps on my phone, and I just wanted to turn them on and like just basically make fun of them. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you. Spookfest, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a drive, but I don't know, maybe when I get a car, which hopefully will be real soon. But lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, so I was planning on doing a video with the gadgets and gizmos, and like I was gonna try to, cause I mean most of those apps for sure say for entertainment purposes in them in like the description of the app, and so I was wanting to like try to bring that up on a screen so people could see it. So I'm thinking if I get that out there and people can actually see the description for the apps where it says, for entertainment purposes only, maybe some more people will hear that or see it. And it maybe causes them to, you know, stop using that stuff. I mean, like I said, when the supermoon was out, my ex and I went to a haunted location here, and there was 20 people out there with their phone apps, and they're all, mine said this and mine said that. And I mean, I could have been that guy who was like, hey, listen up. Those things are fake. They don't work. But, I'm not going to do that. You know, but I figured my way of helping out with that is to try to expose it, try to put it out there, let people see that, these things aren't real, and that even the description says that it's for entertainment. So if the description says entertainment purposes only, how can you make a video and use those apps and be like, oh, it's talking to me, it's telling me all these things, but it's not. Yeah, that was something too, James, that happened recently, with what is it, Spirit Talker, because I didn't have, somehow or another, Spirit Talker got deleted from my phone. I don't know if I did it or if somehow it wasn't there, and I tried to re-download it, and it asked to use something to do with monitoring my gym usage or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was something like that, and I said no, and the app wouldn't even turn on. Like I kept trying to turn it on, it wouldn't work. And so that kind of weirded me out. So I had to down or delete it and then reinstall it, and then I had to okay that for it to come on to me to be able to even open it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's yes, it does. All those apps do. The Spirit Talker does. The Necrometer does. Um, GhostTube does. Excuse me. If you pay for, I believe it's GhostTube and Necrometer, you can actually add your own words to it. So I mean, and you can edit your video to make it say whatever it is that you want it to say. And I mean that's been done before, and people have been caught doing it. Yeah, see, James is gonna go into the actual app and break it down on how it actually functions. I don't know all that stuff. I just know that it's a word bank and that it picks up, you know, it listens to what you're saying and it can spit those words out. I mean, Tia, sometimes you gotta feed the kitty. Just saying. I mean, yeah, you can have fun with those apps, and I break them out every once in a while to have a laugh and stuff. I mean, I was on an investigation not too long ago with the group that I investigate with, and they had people that were using apps, and I was laughing. Like I was like, huh. And they're like, oh, it said this, and I'm like, but it's just an app. Like it's not. It's just a word bank. I had a worker, a coworker today, talk about they saw a video where somebody was using an Ovilus. I wanted to buy an Ovilus for a really long time. Oh, did they change it, Julie? I thought you could. Okay, maybe they changed it then. I know that at one point I think you could do that, but I think you have to pay for it in order to be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, I've never used the the whatever the ghost tube seer. I don't have that. I've never used it. I don't actually intend to ever get it. But well, that's good to know. I mean, I'm assuming that James, that's what people did after like some of these, because there's other apps that have been out there longer, a lot longer than Spirit Talker and some of these other ones. So I'm assuming that's probably what some of the newer apps the creators have done is taken some of the older ones and broken it down and figured out how they worked and then wrote their own. And then they're selling them to you. Yeah, I mean it right. In order for it to work properly, it would have to have there's just not. I don't even think there's enough storage space for that to work in a phone app. I mean I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I mean but yeah, talking about the Ovilus, like she was telling me like, oh yeah, they were using this thing called an Ovilus, and I was like, I started laughing. I said, "A little square box thing looking right." She said, yeah. I said, I just I don't want to burst your bubble, but it's just a word bank, and it just tells you random words. I used one. I actually got to use an Ovilus on an investigation, and I carried that Ovilus around for about 2 hours, and it maybe said 3 words that were even close to being relevant to where we were and what we were doing. And I had to stretch to kind of make them that. So I mean, really, they weren't, but it is what it is. I mean, the other one the other app that cracks me up is Necrophonic. Like that app is a joke. All it does. All right, Kathy. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out and listening to me ramble on about stuff. Hope you have a good night or day or afternoon or evening or whatever it is wherever you are. Um, but yeah, the Necrophonic app is one of the biggest jokes out there. I mean, because all it is just a recording, and it's just looped. And it just plays random stuff. Right. I mean, yeah, I would say that, but like James, I've done experiments with what is it, the Spirit Talker, where I've held my phone, kept my phone around me all day long, and just kept saying the same word over and over and over again throughout the day. And my ex and I went out to a location and turned it on, and it probably said that same word like 6 times in an hour. It just kept saying it. What's up, Giuseppe? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Excuse me for putting my hand up here. I gotta keep an eye on this camera because if it gets too hot, it'll shut off. Right, and that's the thing. I've wanted to get a Faraday cage to try that out with the REM pod, because I used to use a REM pod all the time, and I still use it now. But now I use it for different reasons. When I take it out somewhere and I put it up, I try to point out that it's there. If there's, I'll invite any spirits around. Like, hey, if you're here, if you want to touch that, that's fine. It's not going to hurt you. But I also try to point out that that thing has never gone off. Once I got wise to the fact that phone signal and all those things, could trigger that to go off, and I was mindful of those things, it doesn't go off, and it's not like if you go back and watch if you've not seen them, but and you want to see it, it's not going off once in any video. And so using the Faraday would even be further, to the point where I know for sure that if this thing goes off, it's got to be something, because there's no way to for the phone to set that off. But I mean, I've had weird experiences with different devices. I mean, I everybody shits on cat balls and say that they're crap. I was at a location where I had what sounds crazy, but a conversation with a cat ball, where I would ask a question like, hey, is your name this? And it would light up. You know, are you from this area? And it would light up. And it wasn't like I would say it and then 15 minutes later it would light up. Like I would say, hey, are you from this area? 5 seconds later it's lit. And then I would stop, and I stopped for like 5 minutes and didn't say anything, and nothing happened. So I mean, I still don't think that the cat balls are accurate, but that was definitely interesting. And unfortunately, I wasn't filming that. I wish I was, because I would have sent that to some people to have them check it out, because that was kind of weird. And there was also an incident with the K2 where her and I were at a location, and the K2 was sitting in front of a dial, and everything was off. All the phones were on airplane mode. The my watch was, I don't even think I had my watch on, and I don't even think my phone was out there because she was filming it. And we were asking like the spirits, like, hey, do you want to play with the dial? And the K2 would go off, like it would spike. Hey, do you want to fix the dial's hair? It's kind of messed up. And the K2 spiked again. And there was like multiple other things that we said over like a 10-minute period. And every time we would say something to it, it would spike. But if we were quiet, nothing happened. So those are things that I kind of question. And I checked the area, no power lines, nothing that could have set that off. There was nothing. We were 10, 15 feet away from it, and it was going off. And you're right, Julie. You're right. And the funny thing about it is I've never seen a cat play with cat balls. I've seen cats that had them, but I've never seen them play with them. So I mean, even cats don't want to play with them. So why would a spirit? But that time that I'm talking about, that was definitely something that is questionable to me, because when it was going off, I was standing over top of it at one point, because an ant could crawl by and bump it and it might go off, whatever. A breeze could hit it. There was no breeze. There was nothing around it. There was no bugs. It was sitting on concrete, so it was flat. And it was going off. And it was going off as we were asking questions. So, I mean, I don't know. I still don't necessarily believe it, though, because, I've seen the Kenny Biddle videos where he tore those apart and showed you how they work. But it was just really weird that it went like that. Where it would literally, I would say, hey, is this your name? And it would light up. Did you used to live here? And it would light up. And I asked it other questions, and it wouldn't light up. And then I would say something else, and then it would light up again. And I would pause and wait 5 minutes just to see what would happen, and if it would just light up randomly, and it didn't. And then I would ask another question, and it would light up. So I mean, it was a weird experience, and I really, really wish that I had videoed that. And unfortunately, I didn't. But that was weird. But the K2 was the weirdest one of all, though. That was really weird. And I do have footage of that. And I had actually asked some people to look at it, but I don't think they ever did. Unfortunately, I think Joe Vitale was one of those people, and they never looked at it, because I had spoken to him and Dawn, and I'd asked them to look at it, and was told, hey, put it in here, send us a link to it so we can look at it. No one ever did. And if they did, I don't know about it, because they would have alerted me, and I never did. But I would definitely love to have somebody who knows more about those things check that out, because it was interesting for sure. I'm not saying that it was paranormal, because I can't guarantee that, but I'm not saying that it wasn't, because there were no things around that I'm aware of that could have set that thing off. And it spiked every time we said something to it. And then when we were quiet, it didn't. So that was weird. I'm actually gonna do. I mean, I don't know, Giselle. That's not maybe James might know that. That's something you might want to ask James. James, do you know about solar flares if they can affect those? I know thunder and lightning storms can make the REM pod go off. That I know. But I actually plan on going out to that same location again. I don't own a K2 meter, and I don't intend to buy one. I do have a REM pod, and I definitely will take that out there and set it up. So that's probably going to be here in the very near future. Yeah, I mean, Colin was caught faking. I don't remember which one of the guys got him, but he was caught faking with the REM pod during a thunderstorm and trying to edit the sound out so you couldn't hear the thunder in the background. And I guess he slipped up at one point and somebody caught it. Mr. replies to comments made on a video saying that he's not fake and that he wishes he could take me on an investigation to prove he's not fake. And I was like, hey man, cool, let's go. Never heard anything else. So I mean, I know that the thunderstorm will set it off, but it's weird. Like that whole K2 thing just tripped me out. Like that was I wish I could. I don't think the footage is on this computer. I think it's on my laptop. I don't think I transferred that over. But it was weird, and it also someone else is in that video, and I'd have to have their permission to share it with you guys. Unfortunately, because if not, my stream will get copyrighted and taken down. But if I can figure out a way to get permission for that, maybe I'll share that. Maybe I'll make that like a bonus video or some shit like that, where I'll just put the because I think it's 2 or 3 videos and it's only like maybe 10 minutes long, so I'll just throw it together and I'll include it at the end of a video or something like that. Because it was freaky. It was definitely freaky. Like I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like I've never seen this do this before. On a bridge in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the night, there's nobody else out there but us. And, like I said, everything was off. All the phones were on, airplane mode. I wasn't wearing my watch, this thing. I didn't have it on. I don't think I did anyway. I'm pretty sure I wasn't wearing it. And it was going off. So, I mean, that was pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, like I said earlier, I want to get out and EMF detector. Right, you're right, Julia. It does, and I mean, it could be that. Um, it could be. I don't know for sure. That's why I had attempted to get that video footage to some people who know more about this than I do, and I wanted them to check it out. You know, have a good one, Soul Walker. I wanted some people, and I may still do that. I may still reach out to somebody. Now that I'm a bit more known, um, I get responses from people if I send them messages now a little more than I maybe used to before. So I mean, I might reach out to somebody and see if they will take a look at it and see what they think, because it was definitely a very very interesting situation with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, James. Like I said, this area that we were in, I don't think there was any radio towers anywhere around. I can't say that there wasn't, but you bring up a good point. So the next time I do go out there, um, I will definitely check out the area. I know that you can look up online, I believe, locations of radio towers, because that's how I was able to look up the tower for the video I did with CJ and Chris. I didn't include that in the video, and I should have, because I actually pulled up on a map where that tower was that was making the blinking light that they claimed was a flashlight. And you could actually see on the map, I could point out to you where they were and where the tower was. And I should have added that. Oh, I don't. There's a lot of variables that could have caused it to go off, but maybe I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something else that was setting it off. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Definitely. But that's what we're all here for. We're all looking for evidence of paranormal. And it's good to take that for somebody who knows more than I do to look at that footage and be like, okay, well, it could have been this, it could have been that, it could have been this, it could have been that. And maybe in the future I'll be able to replicate that same situation again, and maybe I'll know more variables that I can change, or I guess controls or whatever. I don't remember the whole scientific method thing, but that I can change. Maybe I forgot to do this, or forgot to turn this off, or whatever. That could have done it. Could have set it off. But what I'm not doing is making a video and saying, "Holy shit, it's paranormal activity! Look, it's go." No, because I don't know. And I'm not gonna sit there and lie to y'all. I'm not gonna try to scam you into you know watching my video because I'm telling you it's real paranormal activity. And that's what I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna try to basically debunk it. Try to figure out all the things that could cause that to happen. And if I can eliminate all those things and then recreate that same scene again and it still happens, I don't know. Maybe it is paranormal. But, I don't know for sure, and I'm not going to claim that it is. There's no way for me to know that at the moment. But as far as like actual paranormal experiences, when I did my first live a couple weeks ago, um, when I said that I was touched on my face, that was real. That happened. I felt that, and it was more than once, and that was weird. And then I had a experience at another location back when I was still smoking, which I'm on 7 days now. I think I'm at a whole week now or so. Um, I was reaching for a cigarette, and I pulled my hand out of my pocket, stuck a cigarette in my mouth, and then I reached in to grab my lighter. And when I pulled my hand out of the pocket to bring the lighter up to light it, something pushed it down. So I was like right here, and it pushed it back down. And it literally felt like something pushed my hand down. Like that scared the shit out of me. Like I freaked out. You're right, Spookfest, and that brings up another point that I've noticed about a lot of these fake channels is that when they do go somewhere, like they demand things, and they're setting off these devices, either on their own or something around them is setting them up. Um, and they're saying, "Oh, it went off, on command." You're not in command of anyone. You're not commanding nobody to do anything. And even if a spirit really was setting off that device, it's because it felt like it, not because you told it to. You know. Julia, I'll get to that in a second, but that's one of the things that irritates me. Like when I go on an investigation, I try to be as polite as possible because if there's a spirit there, I want them to try to communicate with me. So I'm not going to go in there and be like, you need to come touch this shit right now. And if you don't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, hey, you know, if you're here, I would appreciate it. If you would mind, making a sound for me, touching that device over there, speaking into the microphone that I have, attached to my phone, all these things, not demanding them to do stuff. That just irritates me when I see these channels doing that shit. Like you're not, it's not like they're your children and you can tell them what to do and they're going to do it. But, so Julie, I'm not sure if you were here earlier. The reason I did that video is because I watched some of his videos like bits and pieces of them. I didn't watch whole videos. And I saw a lot of devices. I saw, the a lot of different devices being used, and it kind of bothered me a bit because a lot of the big debunkers basically, came out and said, this device is shit. It doesn't work. It's not used for this. You shouldn't use it because the evidence, and I use the evidence that you get from it is not reliable, and I watched him use those devices over and over again in videos, and I was like, why does nobody say that to him? Why does nobody, jump in his comments and be like, dude, this is not how you investigate. Like, you don't use these. They don't work. They're not for that. They're not, a K2 is not designed to be used on a ghost investigation or, a paranormal investigation. And so I started to question that. And I had actually jumped into a Joe Vitale live 2 or 3 months ago, around the time when Dawson did his video with Colin with Paranormal Files, and I asked, why is it that he could do that and nobody says anything? And I got some kind of like, I mean, I'll be honest, I got some half-ass answers, and it kind of like bothered me, and it's been bothering me for a while. And I just always wondered, like, why does this dude get a pass? Because if I went out and I put out, 50 cat balls, and he doesn't use cat balls, but the point is, if I put out 50 devices, and started using them, y'all would jump in, and I would expect it. You would come to my comments and be like, dude, that's fake. That's not how it works. You're right, Spook Fest. There's no professionals. I did. You're right, because I'm wondering if there's a possibility that that could have been some kind of activity. Because what happened in that video, I can't explain it. I can't. Because that K2 was going off multiple times in a row. And I can assure you there was nothing that I had on me or she had on her that was making it go off. Whereas in their videos, in these, not just Dawson's, but other people's videos, I can't guarantee that. I can't guarantee that these guys don't have something in their pocket that's making that K2 go off. But I can guarantee you in the video of the one going off with my ex and I, there was nothing that we had on us that was making that go off. I'm not saying that there wasn't anything else around that could have been doing it, but it wasn't anything that we had. And so, but that was the reason behind that, is because I had asked questions about it, and the answers I got were kind of, he's still learning, but you've been investigating for over a year or so now. How long do you get to learn? Like, how long is it okay? And then and when I did my video, I put out that video, and I got some answers. I got people, bigger channels than me that have been doing this a lot longer, coming to there and say, he's playing with the devices. He has to learn on his own, and that's cool. I didn't necessarily get this. I can't say that. You're right. But I can't say that he wasn't, because I wasn't there. So he could have been, or maybe he wasn't. I can't prove either way, which is why I never said anything in the video about that. I didn't say that. But what I can say is the video that I'm going to put together here at some point, I can say that there was nothing that I had or she had that was setting it off. I never said in my video that he was setting the devices off. That's not anything I ever said. I said that I don't necessarily believe them. But, I'm not claiming that he's lying, and I never said that he was lying, and I never said that he was faking, because as far as I could tell, he wasn't. The Estes method was the only thing that I kind of was like, on. But other than that, like, his video was awesome. I mean, the dude does shit the right way. Yeah, and Kenny's been doing it for a long time. And when Kenny takes one of those things apart and tells me from the inside out what it does, I'm going to take the man's word, because he knows a hell of a lot more about that stuff than I do. I could take it apart, but I don't know what all the parts are. I couldn't tell you what they do. And Kenny Biddle is a good dude, and he knows a lot. Yeah, I did. The only reason I got the reactions that I got is because of the thumbnail that I used. And hey, man, like I'm not trying to cause an argument here. I don't want to argue. I don't want, it is what it is. She's asking me questions, and I'm answering them as best I can. But um, I like you said, that I can't say that he set them off. I can't. But if he's playing with them and he's using other things to set those off, because if you watch any of Kenny's videos, you can use different objects to set those devices off, and they can be off camera. They just have to be nearby. You can use a handheld radio. James got jokes. That's something that's been proven. You can put a handheld radio next to a REM pod and stand, at the other side of the house and click that radio, and it's going to send signal near that REM pod to the radio, and it's going to set it off. That's possible. I'm not saying that Dawson did that. That's not what I'm saying, and I didn't say that in my video. I'm just saying that I'm saying that I can't say whether he did do that or didn't do that because I wasn't there. It didn't look like that. I didn't see anything that was questionable there with that kind of stuff. Because if I had seen it, I would have said something. But I didn't find anything questionable in his investigation other than the Estes method, where I heard sounds and words that they weren't calling out. And then I heard sounds that they called out when there wasn't a sound. That was the only thing in that whole video that I questioned. Dawson did a good, his investigation was great. Right, Tia, exactly. And, maybe that wasn't a good look. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I used that thumbnail to draw out some people, to show their ass, and that's exactly what they did. And that's fine, because now I know that I can't trust these people. Okay, and that's fine. And Julie, if you have any more questions, I will answer every question you have to the best of my ability. I have nothing to hide. I don't have no hate for Dawson. I don't have no hate for Joe. I don't agree with what Joe did, and I think that was a really dick move. But I don't hate the guy. I just don't want to deal with him anymore, and I'm not going to. And as far as Carla, I definitely don't want to deal with her no more. She blocked me on Facebook, and she can block me everywhere else as far as I'm concerned. I posted a comment on her video, and I said what I said, and I'm done with that situation. I don't have anything else to say about her. But yeah, if you have any more questions about that video, you can hit me up offline if you want. I got the Jesus, I'm stuttering here. The Discord, the email. If you got questions, I'll answer everything you got. He probably would. He probably would try that. Yeah, Oliver, it was, but the point that people were trying to make towards me was that I was going after somebody that's in the community and not someone that's outside. And that's why people got upset. That was what I was told. That's what I was told why. And there were people that told me not to put that video out. And then there were also people that were all for it and said, you should do it. There were people that wanted to do a video with me about that. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Somebody wanted to jump in this live today and talk about that stuff. And I said, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want to drag nobody else into my bullshit. I started this whole thing, and I'm going to end this whole thing. And I don't want, anyone else to have to deal with shit because of what I did. Hey, what's up, Sean? How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I already almost lost, or came very, very close to losing a really close friend because of this. I say almost because I don't know what's going to happen here in the future, but it came close to home, basically, and it caused some issues between me and a really good friend. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna work it out eventually, and we'll talk again. But as it stands, we're not. And that kind of hurt my feelings a bit. But like I said, we're both grown men. We'll figure it out. And those of you here that know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know, basically. I'm not gonna get into that. But it caused a lot of controversy, more so than I intended or expected. I figured the majority of the hate would be on the YouTube video, and that's not where it was at. It was way over other places that um I didn't look for it to hit. And I mean, when you do stuff like that, you expect things like that to happen. You just didn't. I didn't expect it to go that close. And I'm sure that I'll do something else controversial at some point in the future, and then people will come and tell me that I suck and that I don't know what I'm doing, and was it I'm not shit, and whatever other crap that was said about me. I don't even remember at this point. It doesn't matter, But I said a long time ago, when I had said that I was gonna start doing the reactions, I was like, nobody's safe, and I meant it. No one. And to an extent, I'm gonna wait a while before I poke the bear again, unless something jumps out and it's blatantly obvious that it's fake. Oh yeah, I'm a wannabe debunker. That's what I was called. Dude, I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Like, I've always wanted to go, like, on the cruise where you can see the whales and shit. Like, I've always wanted to do that. But anyway, yeah, I was called a wannabe debunker. That's what Dawson called me. And I don't know if I'm a debunker. I mean, if I am, cool. But I wasn't trying to debunk Dawson's video. Right, James? If I had gone into his video and picked apart his video way more so than I did, maybe you could then say I was a wannabe debunker. But there wasn't anything there to debunk other than the Estes method. That was the only thing that I was like, on. The rest of it was good shit. I couldn't complain. There'll be other videos of other people that I'm sure I'm gonna find a holdout on, like the one that's going to come out. That was pretty bad. Those three dudes they're a trip, man. They're something else. And there were things that were happening. There were things happening with, and I'm not gonna say it, but I'll people brought it up in the premiere. There were things that were happening with the person that was with Dawson in that video that I noticed, and I could have brought that up and I didn't. I left it alone. But I will say that dude's hand tattoos are cool shit. I wouldn't never do that to my hands, but that shit looked cool. Like, I was like, damn, that's awesome. But there was things there I could have pointed out, and I just didn't, because there wasn't enough there for me to be able to 100% say something wasn't right or whatever. Yeah, exactly. I try to make an honest review. Thank you, JB. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a good night. And the thing that really bugged me about that was when I put it out, the thumbnail basically made people think that there was something there that wasn't. And that, again, was a point of it. But I didn't think that the people who acted a fool would act that much of a fool, that it would go that far to be creating a live during my live premiere, to purposely, basically sabotage my premiere. I didn't think it was going to go that far. I figured I'd get some hate comments and, lose some subs probably, but I didn't think it was going to go that far. And honestly, I didn't really get very many hate comments. I got more positive comments than negative ones by far. So, all the people, the people making the Facebook posts and then their YouTube posts and all that stuff, like it didn't really affect it at all. And then I did lose a few subs, but I've gained most of them back. So I mean, it is what it is. You know, and I love y'all for it. That's awesome. Because I made jokes in the Discord before I dropped that video. It was basically like, hey, if you want to go watch my videos, go watch them now because I may not have a channel anymore or whatever, something like that. What is WIV, Raven? What is WIV? Yeah, pretty much, Oliver. I mean, yeah. I'll say, without saying too much, I'll say he was a bit lifted, if you will. Which is fine. I'm not hating on anybody, but, it is what it is. No, and see, I'm not. The only people I'm against is the fake people. And the only reason that I'm against them and I'm calling them out, and I feel like I should, is because they're scamming people out of money and trying to pass off their fake as real. And they have people believing them. And that's what irritates me. That's the whole thing with CJ. There was a piece of it that was, because it's from my hometown, my area, around where I live at. And then the other piece of it is I watched this dude's videos and I saw all the comments about, oh, just be safe and you guys should pray before you go in there. And I'm like, these people believe this. They think it's real. And I was one of them for a little while. And then I started realizing how much money these people were paying this guy to see, these things, and how they were buying this dirt and, this guy's merchandise and all this stuff because they thought he was real. And I've done my piece with him. I don't know that I'm going to cover him again, maybe at some point in the future, but I've said enough. I don't need to pick on CJ. I'm sorry. I have allergies. My nose is itching real bad. Apologize. But that's the problem that I have is, that's the reason why I did the Paranormal Nightmare video, is because people need to know about these guys and know that they're full of shit and they're lying, and that they're scamming families. And you're right, James. It's not the person. I don't hate the person. I hate what they do. And you bring up a point that I wanted to make, Brandy, with saying the entertainment thing. So Chris Baird, who I covered in one of my videos, it was brought to my attention that he actually added entertainment to his videos now. And to me, that's cool, and that's what we're trying to get. I mean, yes, Raven. I've actually, in the hospital I work in, I've seen women that have butt implants. I didn't know that. Well, I knew it was a thing, but I've never seen it in person. James, you killing me. You killing me over here. Um, but like I said, that's why I point things out. I'm not a hater. I don't hate these people. I don't hate CJ. I don't hate Chris. I don't hate Dawson. I don't even hate Joe Vitale or Carla. I don't hate none of them. I think what they did was in poor taste. And in Joe's case, I think he made an ass out of himself, and I think he paid for it. And I think he might pay for it for a little while. You know, but you live and you learn. Hopefully, he figures out that he made a mistake and he doesn't do it again. Like I said earlier, I know I'm not the first person he's done something like that to. But maybe this time he gets the point that that you shouldn't treat people like that. Right? Friday got them saggy joints. I can't say the word because I'll get my stream taken down. But you get the point. And you're right, Spook. It was Spook Fest. It was, and that was the point. The point of it was, to go live during my premiere so he could shit on my video, because he was under the impression that I was going to get on there and talk trash about Dawson, which I didn't do. And then his other purpose for doing it was to take away what little bit of views I would have got for my premiere. And when I questioned him about it in a personal message, he denied it. But all those people that said it, we can't all be lying. We can't all be full of shit. And so I know why he did what he did, and so does everyone else. Yeah, you can say tatas or melons, stuff like that. You can use those words. Gazungas. If y'all remember, what movie was that? Encino Man? Gazungas. Fun bags. Yeah, and I mean, everyone's entitled to an opinion, and he had an opinion on my video, and that's fine. And he could have said, "Hey, I don't like what you did." Cool, you don't like it, fine. But to jump in my comments and basically be like, if I don't like what I see, I'm gonna make a reaction video or whatever, tonight. I mean, and that's why he got the response he got, and why I also said in the next comment, you can make 1,000 videos. I don't care. You're not hurting me. You might hurt the channel a little bit. I mean, that's fine. I'm still gonna do it. Lollipops, man. Oh my God. Y'all are something else. Y'all are something else, man. Oh, trying to break me down. Oh, but I mean, that's like I said, that he did it with a purpose, whether he wants to admit that or not. He did. And like he took our conversation, our personal conversation, and tried to put it out publicly. And then he got shit on for that, and he took it down. And like I said, if he ever pops in here or he watches this live, Joe, if you're watching this, put it up. You have my full 100% permission to post that conversation wherever you want. You can put it on a t-shirt. That's fine. I have nothing to hide. I stand behind every single word I said. And I will continue to do so. And you're right, Julie, and I get that. I understand that. But Dawson's also a grown ass man. And, he's, I don't know, what, his late 20s, early 30s maybe? I think. I don't know. I don't know how old he is. I don't know. But he's still a grown man. And at some point you can't jump in and defend everybody. I mean, when A1 went after Andrew Stonerock, I was ready to go to war. And he was like, "Nah, man, don't do that. I got it. Don't worry about it." I said, "Okay." Like, it was what it was. I mean, I was ready to make a video, and I was 26. So he's still young. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, he's 26 is a grown man. I had children, 2 children by then. So I mean, it is what it is. And and yeah, you're right. If he would have done it after the premiere, that would have been a whole different story, and I wouldn't have said anything about it. It'd have been fine. Cool, go ahead. But he did it during that, and that was done intentionally. With malice, I'll say. We'll use some technical terms here. It wasn't just ha ha funny. No, you did it for a reason, and it backfired. It didn't work the way you intended it to. And like I said, I called him out in a personal message, and he denied it. That's not why I did. Yes, you did, dude. I know that. We all know it. Everybody watching this live, whether you like me or you like Joe or you like us both, you all know it. Raven. That was good. Ruined steak sauce for me. Oh, okay. All right, you broke me up. I'm laughing. And maybe someday, him and I'll have a conversation and we'll work things out. But not right now. I didn't. Did James, did Shape say something about that? Because if he did, I didn't see it. Because I wasn't watching Joe's live. When it started, I jumped in there for like maybe 30 seconds. Because I was curious what the hell he was doing. And when I saw what he was doing, they had said something about, oh, this ought to be good or whatever, something like that. And I said, I wrote in his chat, I was like, just watch the video. And I just dipped out. I didn't stay because I was getting ready for my own thing. Oliver, even if he would have watched the video, he probably would have. And James, if he was in Joe's live, he didn't come in mine. If he did, I didn't see him. And hey man, if he came in and I didn't see him, damn, I kind of feel bad because Shape is the big homie. Bite me, Raven. I didn't see Shape, so if he came into my premiere and I didn't see him, I kind of feel bad about that. So if by any chance Shape watches this, like, hey bro, I didn't know you were there. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right what you're saying. Again, I don't dislike him. I don't agree with what was done around that video. I understand that it bothered him, but going into other people's lives and making jokes and stuff about it, it was brought to my attention that maybe that was done to make light of the situation. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know. I don't know what their intention was with the jokes. I just know that a lot of people were riding the jokes with him. And some of those people have been in my lives before and been in my premieres and talking to me. They're not here now, which is not surprising. One of them's not allowed to be here now because they got blocked. But, and I don't know if that was done just to make light of the situation or not. Because I do stuff like that to make light of a situation. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Sometimes you just got to make jokes to get through something. We did a lot of that when I was deployed. And in some pretty shitty situations. You got to figure out a way to make light of it and, get through the day. So I don't know if that's what they were doing. If they were, and I'm completely wrong and thinking that they were shitting on me, then hey, I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I'm sorry I had to do that. I'm not upset about it anymore. So it is what it is now. You know. And Oliver, some things have been pointed out to me that maybe are questionable. We'll go with that. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? There, like I said, there's some things that were pointed out where they were questionable. I've not gone and looked at those things. Like I said, I'm gonna leave Dawson alone for a bit. But if I do go and I look, fucking Raven, you lost. Tia just won. Wow. Oh, god damn it. I said you weren't going to be able to break me and you just did. Son of a bitch. Do you even know what that's from, Tia? Do you have any idea where that came from? But, I'm trying to read comments and keep going here. Yeah, and he will. He'll figure it out. You know, I mean, at some point. But like I said, if the thing that bothered me was that everybody shits on all those toys and devices and says they're crap, but in his video he's using those toys and devices and he's putting other toys and devices in front of them and saying that it's okay. I may have just a little bit, Tia. You might have got me. You might have got me. Maybe just a little bit. But and that was what I was questioning about, like the REM pod, or what did he use, the music box. You get told the music box is shit, the music box is shit, but oh, I'm gonna put the music box here, and then I'm gonna put this other anemometer or whatever, thermometer, barometer, whatever barometer he was using in front of it or next to it or whatever, and that makes it okay to use. Because if that thing goes off and then the music box goes off, then it's okay. I mean, I don't know exactly what that thing that he was using next to the music box does. Maybe I should do some research on it and figure it out. But I just gotta figure I gotta figure that out. And again, Julie, I've not said that he is. I said, someone had pointed out some things that they thought were fake. And I've not looked at it. And I'm gonna leave, like I said, I'm gonna leave him alone. I've poked it enough, poked the bear enough, and I'm gonna let it go for a while. You know, and if something is brought to my attention and it does look fake, then I'm gonna call it out. But I do want to say bonus points to the person who can tell me where that phrase came from, and I'll pull it up better so you can see the whole thing. Let me get the mic out the way. You're gonna have a whole Faraday room? Jeez. Like, I'm thinking about trying to make a box, not an entire damn room. Damn, we're over 2 hours. All right. Well, I mean, we're good. We're having a good conversation, so I mean, we'll roll with it. You know, I'm not gonna say that the dude was faking. I because I can't. I didn't see anything in there that he faked. Like I said, the only thing that I there you go. Did you Google that, Brandy? Bigger is better. Y'all are killing me out here. Did you Google that, Brandy? Right. I'm sure, Tammy, that's what you meant. I don't want a whole box. Oh my god. Yeah, I do too. But it's funny because I've had this shirt for about 3 years, and only one person has ever been able that's seen it and been like, "Oh, hey, I know that. That's from Creep Show," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Only one person has ever. I've had people ask me like, "Hey, what is that? Where's that from?" Yo, yeah, you're an angel. I doubt it. Or you may just get some dust passing by the camera, and you can say it's what you call it, orbs. I mean, that could be a thing too. Because I mean, I've seen plenty of videos where they're like, "Look, there's an orb." Like I saw one. I don't remember who it was that did it, but you could see that it was a bug, and they were like, "Look, there's orbs." Hell, in the damn Paranormal Nightmare video, he said, "Look, there's a ball of light that just went past you." I had to run through that video 3 times because the camera kept screwing up, and then I screwed something up. And in the midst of doing that, I went back and looked at that, and there's not even a ball of light in the video anywhere. And they're like, "Oh, a ball of light just went past you," and I was, "Come on, man, really?" No, not necessarily. I kind of just opened the closet and grabbed a shirt because I had to take my work shirt off because I wear khakis and a red polo shirt for work, and I hate wearing the color red because I think I look like an idiot in it. I mean, that'd be cool to see. Spook Fest. I keep trying to say spook, and then I remember what people might take that as, and so I try to add the whole name to it. Stuck a K2 meter in the thick glass jar, and sealed, and I tested it by holding the flashlight on top and no interference happened. Yeah, cool. Like I said, I don't know. Um, What's up, Jimmy? Oh my God, no! Actually, I look like a weirdo. Like, hold on. That's It's my work shirt. That's what I wear to work. It's a, my name badge is still on it there. What's up, Jimmy? State Farm guy. Somebody said that the other day when I was talking about it. Um, Khakis. See, James and Senior Spook Fest over here are talking about some shit I don't even know what they're talking about. Kezarov mirror experience? I don't even know what that means. But thanks for chopping in, Jimmy. Sexy red. I don't think it is. I think I look like an idiot in red. Yeah, but I mean, like, is there proof that that's real? I mean, that's like I mean, I don't know if that's a if those because I've seen photos like that before, but I mean, is there proof that that's actually a real thing? Nada, man, nada. Just kicking it with some people. You know, this is gonna be. I'm gonna try to do this every week, around the same time. Oh, you're good, Michael. I get it. I, you know what, dude? Sometimes when I'm reading, cause I'm ADHD, so sometimes when I'm reading, I stumble a bit. So it may not even have been a typo. It may have just been me like stuttering or whatever when I read or something. I don't know. So I mean, it may not be you. It might have been me. Cause I don't know if you guys notice when I do videos sometimes, like I'll be talking and I'll just stop, and it's because my brain went, shiny or squirrel, and then I got to bring myself back to what I'm doing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I was doing. All right, and then I keep going. And I could edit that stuff out if I really wanted to, but why? It's me. It's who I am. Oh, the dog's barking. Somebody must be here. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Excuses. 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 Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's me, Raven. I'm like, I'll be looking at the video and I'll think about something that happened today at work, and I'm like, oh, I should have said this or did that, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing a video. Hey, yeah, so they were doing whatever, and I'm like, fuck. Yep, piece of candy. Oh man, I got this whole tin. Yo, you ought to check this out. I got this whole tin of this like hard candy. This stuff. I mean, I'll open it real quick and show y'all. This stuff is the shit. It's really really bad for you and your teeth. But I got this whole ass tin of candy for Christmas, and like it's like this stuff right here, like the hard candy, and I love it. Sorry for all the noise there. Um, yeah, I mean, I try my best to keep it as real as I possibly can. When keeping it real goes wrong, but I'm always gonna be me. And like I said, I like to make jokes. I like to if like I said, if somebody has purple hair with blue polka dots in it, I'm probably gonna make some jokes. Am I being serious? No, not at all. It's jokes. That's just what I'm gonna do. If somebody has a ridiculous nose ring, I'm probably gonna say something about it. Like, oh man, I wish I had a battery to put on that. You know, I wouldn't actually do that. It's jokes. I don't mean it. And if people take it serious and get offended by it, hey, peace. Go find some other videos to watch, because I don't really need you here if you're gonna get upset every time I make a comment about somebody's nose ring. I don't mean it. It's a joke. It's comedy. Gateway tapes. What the hell is a gateway tape? See, and that's the thing, Tia. That's the way it used to be. It used to be like that. There was a certain word that we used to call each other back in the day, and I'm not going to say it, but it begins with the letter F. And you can't say that anymore. And when we used to call each other that, it wasn't meant to mean what people use it as today. It was just a name that we called each other. And you can't say anything anymore. And Julie, I say it for entertainment purposes because people laugh. That's why I say it. People think it's funny. And so that's why I get on there. That's why I make jokes, because it's funny. Because if I just sat there and for an hour looking at the screen going, that's bullshit. That's not real. That's fake. No one would watch my videos. And I mean, if it hurts people's feelings, just don't watch. Like, it's not for you. There's a billion people on YouTube, and you can go find someone else's videos to watch. Like, I'm not for you. And I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but that is the way it is. I make jokes because it keeps it interesting. It makes it fun for people. It's not just me pointing out things. Yes, Michael, that word. That's the word. And we used to call each other that when I was a kid, and it was, yeah, funny, whatever. And you say that word now and you're canceled, you're going to jail, everybody hates you, you're, all these is and isms, and I'm not going to get into all that, but you get the point. Yeah, you can say it if no one's looking. I didn't just see that. Julie, the point of it is it's not real. I'm not saying it because I believe it. I'm not saying that, I would stick a battery on Homeboy's nose ring because I really want to do it. I'm doing it because I think it's funny. And I've not said anyone is fat. I've not made those kind of jokes. And yeah, I agree with you, Jimmy. I'm fat, but I'm not gonna do that. But if somebody's got, a pink fur coat on in their video and I see it, I'm probably gonna make a joke about it because it's funny. But I don't know that person. Just like with the whole thing about me making the video talking about Twin Paranormal wearing their fur coats. You're sitting in front of a camera telling everyone that you just got robbed, but yet you're wearing a fur coat that probably costs more than what I make in a year, for all I know. I mean, I don't know. It could be a $5 coat from, the Salvation Army store or whatever, but I don't know. But to me, that was a bad look. And I made some jokes about it. Do I hate them? No. Do I think it's funny that they got robbed? Not at all. And I made many, many claims in that video where I said, it sucks that they got robbed, and no one should get that. That should not happen to anyone. But when you're sitting in front of a camera, explaining to everybody that you got robbed, and you're wearing, fur coats that look expensive, I don't know if they really are or not, that's not a good look. It's just not. And that's why I make it. But, they're jokes. And it is what it is. And if it's not for you, then you don't have to watch. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or ignorant to you or argue with you. Like, I'm not going to keep arguing. I do what I do for entertainment because it's funny. Like I said earlier, if I just sat in front of the camera and just pointed out things that are not real, that they're faking for an hour, no one would watch because it would be boring. Side-eye guy makes fun of people. He cracks jokes on them. They all do it. So, I mean, it's not, and I mean, I'm not a skinny dude. I'm not. Be the first one to admit. I'm not super huge either, but, Like I do what I do because I think it's funny, and when I'm done with that video, I put it up and I don't think about it anymore because, I don't know those people. I've never met them. You know, it's not meant to be taken serious. I mean, Raven, if you got something to say, then say it. I mean, it is what it is. It's my live. If you got something you want to say, then go ahead and say it. You know, I'm not gonna censor anyone. I mean, I'm not censoring myself. Well, okay, maybe a little bit because there's only so much you can say on here without getting, me getting my live taken down, like what happened to Beardo a while back. All because he mentioned, what was her name? Corvette. He mentioned her gazungas, and his stream got taken down as soon as he stopped recording. Yeah, some cushion for the pushing. There you go. I mean, it is what it is. And again, why I wouldn't make fun of people's weight because I like thicker women anyway. So I definitely wouldn't do that. If you weigh 600 pounds, I might question why do you weigh 600 pounds. I mean, that's. I'm not body shaming. I'm wondering what you did to get to 600 pounds, or if you have a medical condition that got you there. Or why are you not doing something to not weigh 600 pounds if you can? But I'm not going to shame you for it. I'm not going to say you're fat or whatever. I'm not going to do that. That's not funny. But poking fun at somebody's pink hair with blue polka dots is definitely funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, we won't be dropping no See You Next Tuesdays on here. Raven, somehow I seriously doubt that you weigh 600 pounds, but whatever. And I mean, yeah, Jimmy, that's more than likely the case. But I mean, there's health issues, thyroid problems that can cause you to gain a lot of weight. I understand that. But like I said, I'm not gonna body shame somebody. Like that's not something that I would do. And if I did by some chance say something like that, it's a joke. It's meant to be funny, and that's it. And if you take it serious and you get offended by it, then you don't need to be here. I mean, it's flat out the point. And Julie, I'm not shitting on you. I'm just being serious. Like that's why I do what I do. I think it's funny. And when I'm done with it, I move on and go on to something else. And if people take it that serious that they're that upset about it, then just don't watch. I mean, that's about as real as I can get. Yeah, well, I don't really know much about that, Tammy, because I don't have. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of got a little something, kind of some little moobs up here, but nothing along the lines of what y'all have. But anyway, don't lose the ass though. No, don't do that. I mean, never mind. But I keep getting this freaking warning on my screen saying the stream's bitrate is lower than recommended. Does the video look good? Like, is it like messed up at all? Oh Lord, here we go. But seriously, does it look good? Like the stream. Okay, cool. I don't know. I keep getting this warning on my screen. It says the bit rate is too low or something. Yeah, and it says it's at 2681. Why, thank you. I Wiz, I thanks for popping in. I'm still trying to figure out how all this works because when I went live before, I had a full screen on YouTube and I don't. There's just a box in the corner. And I don't know what I did or didn't do. And I'm also using a webcam. So it's not a legit camera, which is at some point in the future I'm gonna have that. But as of right now, it is what it is. Michael, I wish I weighed 211, bro. I really do. I would kill to weigh 211 pounds. You know, I'm guessing that Julie got upset and left. Like, I wasn't trying to offend her. I mean, if she's here and I just can't see her name in the list, I didn't mean to offend her. Like, it wasn't that. It's just that, I do what I do for a reason, and I don't try to hurt people's feelings. It's funny. It's jokes. I mean, if you take it serious, that's on you. And as far as losing weight, the job that I do, I'm on my feet all day long. I get to sit down and eat breakfast. I get to sit down and eat lunch, and then I'm up again and I'm moving constantly, walking around the storeroom, loading up the cart. Then I gotta push it up to the elevator to the next floor, and then push it there, and then unload the cart, and then push it back down, and then count the next spot. And like I said, I didn't I didn't mean to upset her. I mean, if she's upset, like I said before, I got an email, I got Discord. If you want to have a conversation with me privately, I'm all about it. We don't have to do that live here where everybody can see it. And that's fine. But Raven, you're making a joke. Um, but you're right. I mean, if you're super sensitive, which she may or may not be, or maybe she's just trying to make points. Make a point of it. I mean, but if you're the super sensitive type, and I should probably put this in my next video, then you probably shouldn't watch my videos because I'm gonna offend you at some point. I'm gonna say something that's gonna offend you. Jimmy, I don't know how if you know. Oh, I know you know who Eddie Murphy is. Um, he did a lot of skits back in the 80s that I used to watch when I was a kid, and I could probably recite most of them word for word right now. And it was jokes, and people thought it was funny, 35 years ago when he'd made them. But, within the last, 5, 6 years, he's had to apologize for those skits because people today can't handle that. What we thought was funny, 35 years ago is not funny now. But to me, it's always been funny, and it always will be. And Raven, you're right. You're right with what you're saying. I know you weren't joking, but I mean, there's only so much I can come on here and say and not, piss people off. And I think I've already pissed enough people off as it is. Yes, yes, they do. They take themselves way too serious now, and they're way too much concerned with what people think about them. Andrew Dice Clay, oh my God, Mike O, welcome. Andrew Dice Clay, it was a goddamn legend. That dude, I stumbled across his VHS by accident and put the video in, and he changed my mind completely. Like he blew my mind. Like I was just like sitting in front of the screen, like as he's going on about the nursery rhymes and all that stuff. Brandy's like, I have some ice cream, and you can't have none, and you can't have none. You just dropped your ice cream. But it is what it is. Yeah, George Carlin's another one. Sam Kinison. Oh my God, that dude was hilarious. Rest in peace to him and George Carlin as well. You know, But Sam Kinison would say, like, Sam Kinison would call people live in his shows. I don't know if that was staged or not, but it seemed to me like he was calling them live and like people's like exes or something and like make jokes with them on the phone. Dave Chappelle, right? It's a shame that he doesn't do the show anymore because Chappelle's show was hilarious. I died watching that show. Like watching it when we were in Iraq and somebody gave me the box set of the I think it was the first 2 seasons or whatever, and I was crying. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, Chris Farley was good too. He was good. I don't think I watched a lot of his stand up, but I definitely saw him in a lot of movies, and he was absolutely hilarious as well. Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Oh, Sam Kinison. When he was talking about the food desert. You live in a fucking desert. There's no food here. I was in tears the first time I saw that. But yeah, and you can't say stuff like that now. The things these guys used to say back in the, you can't do it. You get canceled. You know, I'm not sure who John Panette, whatever. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, Michael, I was just talking about Eddie Murphy earlier. Like Eddie Murphy did skits where he talked about Mr. T, you know, being, you get what I'm saying, and did a whole skit talking about it. And you couldn't say that now. He couldn't say that now. Yeah, they'd all be canceled exactly. Yeah, you're right. People's feelings get so easily hurt these days. Like it's just, you know, I'll have to check him out. I don't know. Send me a Discord message or whatever, and I'll look him up. But it's sad, how it is these days. And you can't say anything. You can't make jokes. Like I don't mean anything bad by saying something like that. Oh no, Blazing Saddles definitely not. No, you could never do that. Raven, I swear, if we could do it, I would be all for it. But it's just unfortunately not going to happen. You're right, Mike. The cancel culture has ruined comedy. You can't make jokes. People who did skits 35 years ago are having to apologize for what they said because if not, they're gonna get canceled. Like I mean, Eddie Murphy went through a whole thing about that, and I was kind of pissed that he made the apology, but at the same time, I understand why he did it. Yeah, Brandy, that does happen. I actually about 6 or 7 years ago coached a soccer team for youth kids, young for kids, and my ex's oldest son played on it, and we did all right. I think we placed fourth overall, which was pretty decent for my first ever time coaching, and it was my first and last because I'll admit the parents made it horrible. The parents of these kids were way worse than the kids ever were. But at the end of the season, they gave every single team medals. And it was like, why? Like I didn't think that we needed to get a medal either because we were in fourth. Like I figured medals are first and second and third. I played on a soccer team when I was a kid. We placed third and we got a trophy. Fourth place didn't get shit. And it's just like, really? Like participation trophies, I just don't get it. Excuse me. I don't understand it. I'll never understand that because it doesn't. You don't. It makes you not want to work as hard because you know that you're going to get something anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of getting hungry myself here. We'll go for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna have to get off here because I gotta get to bed too. Because I gotta work. Get up for work in the morning. Yeah, I mean, you can't say. There's words you can't say anymore. There's things you can't do anymore. Like YouTube's got an entire list of words you're not allowed to say. I tried to make a video title and I tried to use the word murder and they wouldn't let me. It kept cutting, like blocking it out or making it red, so I couldn't continue with the posting of the video. You know, like it's insane. You can't use the unalive word. You know what I'm talking about? You can't say that. It's crazy. Boiled eggs. I don't think I've ate a boiled egg in like 5 years. I can't even remember the last time I had one of those. Yo, wrap that shit up, B. What you doing, B? Oh, we gonna wrap it up here in a few minutes because it's been running. You're right, Mike. Everyone getting offended. It's insane. Yeah, Michael. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get into that. I have my own thoughts and opinions on those things, and I'm not gonna talk about that. I just it's not. I just choose not to. Well, Tia, you should probably do a lot of things that you're not doing. Just saying. Mm. But I just I'm hoping that the people who didn't know or didn't know what was going on know under what was going on now and understand it. That was kind of why I did this particular live, and then in the future. So like in the future, what do y'all want to see? Like like I can do the live reactions. I don't necessarily really want to play games in my live. You know, so I mean, like, what is it that you guys like? Like we did the reactions last time, and people seem to think that was pretty cool. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should do some more of that. The only problem with that is it takes away from videos that I could make. But I mean, if I hop on here and somebody's like, hey, check this out. I mean, we can look at that. But yeah, and I appreciate that Tammy. But I mean, I don't want to just sit in front of the camera. I mean, I've been sitting in front of this camera for 2 hours and 40 minutes almost. And it gets boring with me just sitting here rambling on and talking. Bigfoot pole dancing. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see that. That's probably not gonna happen. I mean, I could get the guitar out and play some guitar or something like that. I'm not gonna sing, so don't even ask. But maybe I could do that at some point. I mean, I just want to do things that entertain and not just me sitting here for hours talking. You know, I know people had somebody that wanted to come on, and I hope they're not too pissed off at me because I didn't bring them on here. Dave could pole dance. That's never gonna happen. Where did I just see something? I just saw. Hey Sky, what's up? How you doing? No, Tia, no. Just no. No. Stop it, Tia. No, no, no. Nobody wants to see that. Um, but like I want to do some different things. I do the gaming stuff, but I don't necessarily really want to do that on here. Um, I know I did the one gaming stream on here, but I was just playing around with the streaming. Like I didn't understand how all the streaming stuff worked, so I kind of wanted to see what would happen with it. That's the only reason I put the one up there. And actually, I think I deleted it earlier. Um, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Stop it, Daddy. Or wait, what is the meme? Daddy, chill. Raven. Hmm. Hmm. Just not. Nope. Nope. But you know, it is what it is. Raven, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. It's Thursday here. Yeah, isn't it? Thursday. Seeing from the future. Yeah, it's true. Oh, that's right. You're in Australia. Yo, that's the place I really want to visit. Like I've always wanted to go to Australia. I used to play World of Warcraft with some friends from over there all the time, and I'm still friends with one of them on Facebook, and we talk every once in a while. But I've always wanted to go there. What is it that Beardo says, Mike? Oh, what are we taking private, Raven? She was making a joke. She didn't mean it. It wasn't meant to be serious. The daddy thing is something that came from a live Twitch stream that we were in last night. It's not directed at me. It's someone else that was there. That's why she said that, and that was why I said the same thing back. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, Raven. It's an inside joke, I guess you would say. You had to have been there last night when we were all in Twitch together talking shit. You know, other than that's what that's all about. And Tia has a thing for trying to break me down and say something that's gonna catch me off guard. But you know, like I was saying, um, you know, if there's stuff that you know you guys want me to do for the lives, you know, to make it more fun than just me sitting here playing with my beard or goatee or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Mike, I try. You know, I try. Oh, Raven, you're fine, man. Everybody's good, man. It's all good. Nobody don't need to be saying sorry. It is what it is. You know, we're having a good time. Having a good time. That's what we're doing here. Nobody needs to be apologizing for anything. Spank me, dad. No, God, I, I almost wish y'all were there last night so you could have heard that. God, we were freaking. Oh, that poor dude, man. We were trashing that dude so bad. He was. Oh, he took it. Chilla, I'm not sure who is Kaya Lotes. What am I saying here? Are you trying to be funny? Wait, oh, hey, Alyssa, I didn't see you. Hey, thanks for coming in. Why do I feel like whatever that is something I shouldn't say? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. What that is supposed to be. Don't say it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. Hey, Chilla, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but you know, I mean, hey, you can hang out, but I don't know whatever it is you're trying to get me to say. I'm not getting ready to say that. No, 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 Raven, no. Well, I mean, you can go have one if you want. Oh, Faith is still here. What's up? I don't know whatever. I don't know how to say that name, but hey, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what that's what the I don't know. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I know, and I'm not saying these guys are trolls, but I know when I was in Chez's live last night, she had some trolls in her live that were um yeah. We're not gonna say what they are. Hey man, stop talking about smoking, man. I want to smoke too, but I'm not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop it now. Yeah, right, Tia. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. I don't know why or who these people are. You know what I mean? If they're it is not a tumor. What these people doing here? What's going on here? Okay, well, I mean, y'all can chill as long as you don't say anything crazy. If you start saying crazy stuff, I got mods in here and you'll be gone before you even can finish what you're saying. I was supposed to have other mods showing up here tonight to help out too, but I don't know. I guess they're busy or whatever. So it is what it is. Man, y'all just gonna keep talking about smoke, man. For real? For real? Right? Yeah, Raven will tear you up before you even know what happened. Man, I had some stuff I needed to do tonight, and I'm not gonna get it done. But it's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind sitting here hanging out with y'all. What classifies as saying too much? I mean, there's things you can say and can't say. Um, on YouTube, I'm sure Jimmy, you've been doing YouTube a hell of a lot longer than I have, so I'm assuming that you know what you can and you can't say. I mean, as long as you don't say those things, I don't care what you say. Appendix Stephen asks. Good night, Tammy. And I've made it a week, so I mean, you know, nobody's been unalived. Um, I haven't snapped on anybody yet. Well, I did snap on someone the other day, but that wasn't because I wasn't smoking. It was because of. Do you understand me? Cuzzy Wuzzy, Smoochy. I mean, you could say that, Jimmy, but you would be wrong. I mean, you're entitled to say that if you want to, but you would be wrong about that. I'm out of drink, man. It's not cool. It's gone. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's not been that bad. Last night when I was having a drink, I definitely wanted one pretty bad, but I would have had to get dressed and go to the store, which I've already had, a drink or two, and I wasn't going to get behind the wheel of a car. Plus, I mean, I wanted one, but I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to smoke. And so I don't have any here. They're all gone. So it was what it was. So I'm not necessarily cold turkey. I use these guys right here, um, which I've also seen that what's his name, Jeff from Boo Productions. He's also planning to quit here on the first. I mean, yeah, I was dressed here, obviously. I mean, I was wearing sweatpants, and I'm not gonna go out the house in a t-shirt and sweatpants. I do have a little bit of class, I guess you would say. Not much, but a little bit. Yeah, I've got the vapes too. I think I have one in this drawer actually, right here. Oh, excuse me. I think it's in here. It's in one of these drawers. I don't know. I think I have two of them actually. Oh, yeah, there's one. I have that. I haven't used it in forever. And then there's another one. There's another one somewhere around here, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to. Yeah, I mean, you can say that tacos are better than pizza in whatever language you want to make it in, or say it in, but it's not ever going to make it right. Just putting that out there. So, Sean, I don't know at this point. I guess that was 2013. So we're just over about 11 years ago. I stopped smoking. Right around the time that I left active duty in the army, and I used a vape to do it. But um, this time I tried the vape at first, and it didn't do anything for me at all. Yo, that gum is nasty. I've tried that before. Hello, please. Hello, please. Do you speak the English? But I tried the vape this time, and it didn't help. What did you tell me, Raven, when I said I was gonna quit smoking? No one likes a quitter. Nah, you should though. Yeah, the gum is gross. Yeah, that shit is nasty. And even if you buy the flavored gum, it's still flavored nasty, basically. Like it's yeah, whatever little flavor they put in it is gone in like 10 seconds. And I mean, at some point, I might pick up smoking cigars, but that's like a once a week thing. Yeah, Jimmy, you be killing me in your lives and shit when you sit there smoking. I'm looking at it like, oh, what's so bad? You and Jeff both. I think Jeff's worse though. Jeff like will chain smoke one after another. Like I've never seen anyone do that before. And that's not. I'm not shitting on Jeff. I think Jeff's an awesome dude, but wow, I don't think I ever smoked that bad. And Tia, if I want to talk about tacos, I'll talk about tacos all I want to. This is my live stream. That's cool, Michael. That's cool. I mean, yeah. I wish I could go back in time and not have ever smoked. Smoke near your kit. Got some of these nuts Friday. I mean, unfortunately, Jimmy, I work for a hospital, so I got to be careful with that kind of stuff because I'd love to, but I don't know what kind of policy they have on that kind of stuff. These nuts. Got him. So Sean, funny quick story. I'm gonna have to go here in a few minutes, but when I was in Germany, They still had cigarette machines over there. Like, we don't have those here, and we haven't had them for a very long time, but they still had them over there. And so I had some euro change on me, so I went to go get a pack of cigarettes out of the machine, and I put the money in there. Thank you, Tia. And I picked, because at the time I smoked Marlboro Menthols. I pulled the button, or pushed the button for the Marlboro Menthols. No, my teeth. I had something stuck in my teeth, not my nose, fool. Sorry, I was picking my teeth. Anyway, so I hit the button for the Marlboro Menthols, and out comes freaking these like cigarettes in a yellow pack that I'd never seen before. What the hell is this? And I opened it up, and it was freaking filterless cigarettes. And I was like completely grossed out by it, but I said, you know what? I need a cigarette. So I lit one of them up, and I took one drag, and that was it. I threw that shit away. The whole pack. I threw that cigarette on the ground, stomped it out, and I threw the entire pack in the trash can. I was like, nope. Like, I almost threw up. So I don't know how anyone could ever smoke. Okay, you know what you saw, and you saw what you saw, and you used the saw to cut a hole in the wall so you could get it out. I mean, you want me to actually do it? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's kind of ein bisschen Deutsch. I can't even say shit right anymore. I used to speak a bit. The problem with it is if you go to Germany and you try to speak German to them, if they understand and speak English, they'll answer you in English. Yeah, that's one of the things that they do over there is they rule their own a lot of times. Almost 3 hours. Jesus. I don't know how people do this. And you know what? If I did dig in my nose, it is what it is. You know, I have bad allergies, and the inside of my nose itches a lot. So it is what it is. Oh, wow. See, I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never did that, Raven. Yeah, like my nose itches all the time. Like I'm constantly rubbing it. I have to put stuff on it because if not, it turns raw, and I've actually made it bleed because it itches so bad sometimes. Part of that has to do with the CPAP mask that I wear every night. No, I didn't, but I'm just saying if I did, you know, Tia, I take medicine. You know, I do. I take I can't even say the damn name of it, but I take it every night. But it's part of it is the CPAP machine that I wear every night. See, it's still. But all right, guys, it's been 3 hours, and it's almost 9, and I got an hour before I gotta get my ass to bed because 5 a.m. comes early. I mean, you might have, man. I don't know. Like I saw the preview screen up here, and it looked like I might have done that. If I did, it is what it is. If I didn't, then y'all are assholes. No, I'm just kidding. But we've been on here for 3 hours, and I love y'all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Julie, if you're still around, hey, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but does my ear itch? No. I'm waiting for the punchline there. Um, I do appreciate it. You know, if y'all hit the like button and all that stuff, you know, and drop a comment. So Julie, you were still here. Hey, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings or offend you like at all, and I don't didn't mean to. I appreciate y'all hanging out. You know, it means the world to me. You know, everybody have a good night, day, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you're at. You know, and I will see y'all soon. You know, I have a video coming up. It's probably not gonna be tonight because it's almost 9 o'clock. I haven't even eaten dinner yet, but I have a video coming up probably tomorrow. All right, cool, Julie. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to piss anyone off. I think I've done that enough here the last few days. So, maybe take off a week or two, and then I'll go back to pissing people off. But y'all have a good one. We're gonna go ahead and end this one, and I'll catch y'all later.